Nehemiah chapter 6 verse 9 reads, "Now therefore, O God, strengthen my hands." Nehemiah led in the rebuilding of the wall of Jerusalem and refused to give up. He faced insults and intimidation from the enemies all around him, as well as injustices from his own people in Nehemiah chapters 4 and 5. His enemies even insinuated that he had a personal agenda. Chapter 6 verses 5 to 7 reads, "Then the fifth time Sanballat sent his aide to me with the same message, and in his hand was an unsealed letter in which was written, 'It is reported among the nations, and Geshem says it is true, that you and the Jews are plotting to revolt, and therefore you are building the wall. Moreover, according to these reports, you are about to become their king, and have even appointed prophets to make this proclamation about you in Jerusalem. There is a king in Judah. Now this report will get back to the king.'" Now Nehemiah sought help from God while taking every defensive step he could. However, despite the challenges, the wall was completed in 52 days in chapter 6 verse 15. But Nehemiah's work was not complete. He encouraged the Israelites to study the scripture, to worship, and to keep God's law. After completing 12 years as governor in chapter 5 verse 14, he returned to make sure his reforms were continuing in chapter 13 verse 6. Nehemiah had a lifelong commitment to leading God's people. Now the truth of the matter is, we all face challenges and difficulties in life. But just as God helped Nehemiah, he will also strengthen our hands for the rest of our lives in whatever task he gives us. Look, sometimes it's easy to get discouraged, let's face it, especially when we're faced with criticism and challenges of all sorts. It is in those times we need to ask God to help us to persevere and grant us the strength to be faithful to whatever he has called us to do. Remember, life's challenges aren't designed to break us, but to bend us towards God. And that's your spiritual vitamin for today.